Oh yeah, just
Let's
cracking my
get
knuckles.
on
You just bet.
topic and let's go over what's happening. So I'm going to bring this one up because you brought this one up to me the other day. Gonzalo Lira, the U.S. government has allowed Ukraine to kill an American journalist who criticized dictator Zelensky. And in a world of cowardness and lies, telling the truth where and when it really matters takes courage, and it could cost you your life. Go ahead, Supreme. You had quite a few things to say about this, so go ahead, bud.
Yeah, that was a shot fired across the bow at all of us. The thing about Lyra, I mean, the guy was in Kharkov, right? Because he had married a Ukrainian woman, and had a couple kids with her. So he'd been there for a while. When this war broke out, exactly why he didn't flee, I'm not sure. Maybe he thought it would be better to, if he was going to report on this. I mean, these are big moments when things like this break out, right? And he was always a little bit of an adventurer in a sense. So, I think he decided to push his luck. But after he got a visit from their security police, he was out of circulation for about 30 days, and then he reappeared. So people have been saying all kinds of things about him, but I mean, he stayed on message for. I mean, he was doing streams with quite prominent content creators on YouTube for a year.
I could
Yeah,
just
in,
tell.
in retrospect, yeah, he should have left Sophie. Absolutely, he should have
So,
left Ukraine.
looking at this guy, like I'm an okay judge of character. This guy, I could just by looking at him in this image here, he is not lying. I don't know what he's talking about in this image, but he's definitely saying
Yeah,
something, and I could tell just by looking at him that this man is not lying. A successful social media commentator and American citizen, Lyra died while incarcerated by Ukraine's repression apparatus for his criticism of the Western and Ukrainian position on the war against Russia. His terms were
yeah,
often direct, even harsh, and polemical, but he was not a spy of some sorts of subverse influence agent. He was transparent and open to a fault, standing with his own name and life for everything he said. He was a political prisoner. Yes, I agree with Tucker Carlson on this one. Official Ukrainian charges against him are ludicrous and disgrace.
yeah, yeah. Uh, there's even some people that were saying that he was turned by the SBU, like Ukrainian security police, and um, and I think that's dumb because either that or they're dumb because I mean he got back on and he doubled down. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't stop, right? I mean, he was doing, yeah, yeah. I mean, talking about the geopolitical situation and talking about this war, obviously that he could hear outside the door sometimes, and talking about the state of the West, the state of America, right, where things are going. I mean, he worked in finance for years. On YouTube, I think there's an interview on like BNN or something like that. He worked in Wall Street for a while. And he just, called it as he saw it. But he had live streams and going steady. He had a Patreon. He had
Mm-hmm.
videos on Patreon too. I didn't participate in that. I didn't, because I already got 20 channels going. I didn't need more. But the thing is yeah, I mean, he didn't stop. He didn't miss a beat. And I don't know why, if he dropped off the radar. Maybe things just got so hot for them with, they were in the middle of a war. Maybe he just dropped off the radar for a while. I don't know. Or there was a speculation, and that's all we'll know. But that they wanted him to continue doing what he was doing, so that they could use his IP address to
Mm-hmm.
track who was watching him and
Yes,
identify dissidents within Ukraine.
that's to save the children.
Yeah, save the children. Yeah, save the children, baby. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah, that's the
article I
thing.
was reading earlier, these underlying groups that are getting in funded by taxpayers in the name of the children, and
Yeah,
all they're doing is just tracking IPs and tracking who's watching what. Same thing when there was a Ron Paul When Ron Paul was running for president years back, I'm talking like 15 years ago, I think he was running for president, Ron Paul. People that went to his rally, did you know that there was like CIA or FBI or I don't know, some alphabet group taking photographs of people's license plates that attended that rally?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no, they're everywhere. They influence all those organizations for sure. Yeah, they're constantly. No, I mean, you're worried about a surveillance state. I mean, we're in one. We've been in one for a very long time. I mean, the internet has facilitated a lot of it, but I think, but that's a double-edged sword for them too, right? Because as I've always maintained, and I still think it's going to prove correct, 2016 was the globalist Stalingrad. And the reason was because, yeah, they had all this surveillance apparatus in the NSA literally monitoring every cell phone conversation and, email on the planet. But somehow they missed the size of the opposition
right.
because the opposition wasn't centrally controlled.